Hey guys, welcome back to Bowls Fan TV. And today we're going to be doing the match preview for our game against Drogheda United tomorrow evening at the Game Park. Um, obviously this is our first league game in quite a while. I think it was the Sligo game back in mid-August. That was our last home game, not home game, our last league game, and it was a 1-0 win. Um, But we've got a lot of catching up to do in the league. We've got a few games in hand on the teams above us. Um, it's important we win tomorrow. We'll get into the game in more detail now. So obviously, our last game was the cup against Rovers, a 2-1 win, a fantastic game, a fantastic win into the quarter final. Now we've got a favourable draw against Maynooth. So we know it's a decent chance to progress into the semi final. And You know, we didn't play a league game last weekend, obviously because it was postponed because of international call-ups. Lions, Devoy, and Tierney went away with the under 21s. They did well. They got a win and a draw. I think Devoy got an assist in the Luxembourg game last week. Or not last week, it was a couple of days ago or something like that. But back to league action now, which is something that I'm sure we'll be looking to focus on now for the rest of the season as well as the cup because at the minute we're fifth, which doesn't guarantee Europe. Obviously, even fourth doesn't guarantee Europe unless someone above you or yourself win the cup. But with the with the cup now, we've knocked out a big gun in Rovers. Um, so I'm sure we'll be hoping to go far and maybe even win it. But we'll talk about the cup another day. We'll focus more on the draw of the game tomorrow. But yeah, it's the first away game since the fans can come to watch since the Waterford game in February 2020. That was the last one I was on. I'll be at the game tomorrow. Really looking forward to it. Um, hopefully we can get the win. Because we really need it. I think we're 4 points behind Derry. Last time I checked, it was 4 points, but I could be wrong. Someone hold me to that. But you know, we've had some good news today that Ali Coote has signed a new deal at the club for next season, which is very good news. He's been very good as of late. He scored an absolute screamer against Rovers, scored twice against Pauk at the Aviva. Nogs Player of the Month as well, which some fans may disagree with. You know, some would argue it could have been somebody else, like a Owalabi or a John Martin or Waterford or something like that. But I thought, you know, I think his performances have been really good lately. He said himself that he's enjoying his football. So, yeah, long may that continue. Anyway, my predicted lineup, it'll be the exact same team that played against Roberts, barring any injuries that we don't know of. Um, so Talbot, Lyons, Cornwall, Kieran Kelly, Anto Breslin, Devoy, Bucko, Tierney, Cooper, Kelly. Um, I think that team's more than good enough to go out and win against a draw of the team that their form has been kind of inconsistent. They won the Loud Derby there a couple of weeks ago, 2-1. Then they drew 0-0 with Sligo, which is another decent result. But they are kind of slipping away a little bit. I think they were fourth not so long ago, maybe a couple of months ago, they were kind of in the top four, top five, but now I believe they're sixth. Or they could be fifth, I'm not sure, but haven't really looked at the league table lately. But I'm sure they'll be wanting to try climb the table like we are. But I think this one's really important. Because I think it'd be a bit disappointing if we were to miss out on Europe. I still have a feeling we may do it in the end, just because I think we'll go on a run now where hopefully we'll win some games in the league. We brought in two new signings over the last couple of weeks. Roland, I'm not sure I pronounce his first name. Doyle and Cole Kiernan. Uh, although he was as an attacking midfielder, played for Cardiff. I think he scored a few goals for them, the 23s. I think he was released by them during the summer or last summer, I'm not quite sure. Um, and Cole Kiernan, I think, was at Middlesbrough. He also played for their under 23s. So we don't know how these players will get on. They could barely play. They could come in and have an impact on the team, which I'm sure was something that Keith Long has looked at and thought, you know, the depth was probably not brilliant in some positions, especially after we let a few out on loan, like Moyle and Alua. I think it was needed that we were to get a striker. I think an attacking midfielder as well, maybe a bit of creativity. I think a bit of depth on the wings would have been nice as well, because obviously we've got Ali Coote and Liam Burr who will start every week. They're our two best wingers. But other than that, we got Amashare who, it's I think he's okay. I think he's still got time to develop. We've got Wardy as well, who I'm not really fully convinced on, to be honest. But I think my score prediction, I'm gonna go for a 2-1 win. I think it'll be a tight game. Drogheda, they do have good players. They are a decent team. I just think at the minute we probably wanted a bit more, but we'll wait. We'll have to wait and see what happens tomorrow. But I think now they know that you have to kick on. They have to get results in the league. We have to climb the table. We have to get into the top four. I still think third is possible. I think second is kind of top two is kind of out of reach I think that's probably been the reality for a few weeks now, months maybe even. But I think we can still finish third if we can get a good run going in the league. So I suppose we'll talk a bit more maybe about the squad, because there have been rumours about contracts. There have been rumours about players leaving as well today. There was an AGM this evening where it was said that 11 players have signed new contracts for next season, which is good news. Five or six are still in negotiations, which is positive, I guess. Hopefully, we can tie them down, whoever those players are. About the outgoing, it was rumoured on Twitter today that Ross Tierney could be going to Scotland at the end of the season. Um, the source it came from, all things LOI, has been fairly reliable when it comes to League of Ireland news in the past. So obviously that's something to be concerned about. Um, yeah, obviously Ross would be a loss because I think he's a unique player. Obviously, he wins a lot of fouls for us. He's good at picking out positions. You know, being there at the right time, giving defenders a nightmare. He always pops up in the box somewhere and is there to put something away. I know he hasn't scored many goals this season. He scored 4 or 5 or something like that, but you think he's really come on leaps and bounds over the last 12 months. So yeah, he'd be a loss, but I feel like we can bring in somebody that probably won't do the role that he does unless Keelan finds somebody that can. But I feel like we can bring in somebody who can, you know, be like that kind of a Danny Manager type player, just be that creative spark, someone who can score goals, and I think we'll be able to kind of cover it if he does leave. About the new contracts, obviously Ali Koo will sign a new deal, which is good news. There's been rumours that Devoy will be signing a new deal as well, which is very good. Obviously, such a talented player. I think he's probably nailed on for Young Player of the Year. Um, I think that's really important if we can keep him for another season. Because I've no doubt that there's probably been teams scouting him. I think there were clubs scouting him in the games at the Aviva this season. Um, against Stjarnan and Dudelange Pauk, where he did play well in those games. And when he's doing it at that level against those kind of oppositions, there's obviously going to be interest from clubs abroad. And I think it's very important that we manage to tie him down on a new deal. Hopefully, there's more to come. Hopefully, players like Georgie Kelly, Liam Burr, Tierney, if those rumours are to be believed, that he will be going at the end of the season. But I'm sure we're going to try maybe keep him. Um, Wilson, I think Wilson's a bit of a weird one because he hasn't been in the team lately. Obviously, Breslin's kind of been in favour of Keith Long as of late. When Breslin was on the bench for a lot of games and Wilson was starting most games, but I feel like it's kind of he's Pete Long's kind of picking it off form um, of how they're doing at the minute. I think Breslin has been playing well lately. He's a good player. I think both of them probably understand that there will be times where it will be rotated the left back positions because we've got two quality left backs. So that's where I'm going to end it. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, comment down below what you're thinking heading into the game. Comment down below your score predictions, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.